Alright, mind bangers. So this morning I woke up and realized I've been renting out space in my body for passive income. Yeah, I opened my medical app and it was like, congrats! You've earned $14.77 from a podcast studio broadcasting from your spleen. One dude in there just shouting about oat milk conspiracies. We're all trying to make it work in this economy, right? Anyway, let's talk about The Handmaid's Tale, Season 6, Episode 5, aka the episode where Janine said, "Nah, I'm good," to escape, and instead leveled up into full Jedi monk in a world built on gaslighting and bad lighting. This one's called Janine, but honestly, it might as well be called That Time June and Moira Tried a Side Quest and Absolutely Biffed It. So we kick off with June and Moira going full mission, not so impossible. They dress up like Marthas, sneak into Jezebel's, yes, that Jezebel's, still somehow a functioning business model in 2025, go figure, and the goal is to get Janine out. But Janine? She's not playing. She's basically queen bee in this underground network of rebel ladies smuggling info and hope under the noses of the world's worst frat boys. June's all, "Come on, girl, let's bounce." And Janine's like, "Nah, I got spreadsheets to organize and someone just put a bottle of contraband eyeliner in the staff room. I got responsibilities." Now pause. Let's just acknowledge something here. Janine has been through it. Lost an eye, almost lost a child, has flip-flopped between rebel and survival mode more than your ex trying to be a DJ. But in this episode, she is calm, composed, low-key terrifying in that I've made peace with hell kind of way. She tells June that her staying behind is strategic. She can protect the girls better from the inside. And you know what? She might be right. But also, girl, that place has the energy of a cursed TJ Maxx. Get out. Anyway, the escape plan goes sideways, as it always does in Gilead. Some guardian stumbles on June and Moira, things get loud, and suddenly we're one taser short of a full Die Hard sequel. They make it out by the skin of their teeth, looking like two moms who just shoplifted from a fancy Trader Joe's and barely outran security. Meanwhile, let's talk about Commander Lawrence. This dude is still pretending like Gilead can be rebranded with some pastel brochures and a TED Talk. He gets told that all his hopeful New Bethlehem reforms are basically being slow deleted like a sketchy browser history. And you can see it in his eyes. He's like, ah, crap, I joined the wrong cult again. He thought he was the guy who could fix things from within. Turns out, he's just the sad middle manager of an authoritarian pyramid scheme. Watching him realize that he's powerless is honestly kind of satisfying. Like, welcome to the party, buddy. Then there's Serena. Oh, Serena. She gets a marriage proposal from Commander Wharton, who is basically if ChatGPT designed a man using terms like dangerous charisma and owns multiple knives. He wants to build a co-ed library in her name, and she's like, a sexy feminist rebrand? Intriguing. You can see the gears turning. Serena is calculating whether selling out for a seat at the table is worth it, and knowing her, she'll bring her own chair, poison the salad, and smile for the photo op. Now here's where my theory kicks in. You ready? This season is soft resetting Gilead by design. I'm not saying they're turning Gilead into a theme park, but it's clear they're setting up two parallel ideas. One, that escape and survival can look very different than just running for the border. Two, and that rebellion isn't always sexy or loud. It's sometimes being patient, being strategic, being invisible. Janine is the key to that theory. She's not a revolutionary in the traditional sense. She's not leading marches or blowing up checkpoints, but she is stabilizing a community inside the belly of the beast. That's power. And the show is low-key telling us that hope isn't always dramatic. It's a slow burn, a whisper, a refusal to break. But don't worry, it's not all serious. There's still that Handmaid's Tale brand chaos, where everyone's constantly either betraying someone, whispering in corridors, or standing dramatically in the rain while a cello weeps in the background. Look, this episode was a vibe. It had tension, stakes, unexpected turns, and a moral gray zone so wide it could host the next Coachella. And with only a few episodes left before the series finale, it's clear they're building toward a big confrontation. But man, can we please let someone smile? Just once? Maybe a small birthday party? A single balloon? Maybe a scene where someone eats a sandwich in peace and isn't arrested mid-bite? No? Okay, just asking. So yeah, to wrap it up, Janine is a powerhouse. June is spiraling but still fierce. Moira deserves a vacation. Lawrence is in denial. Serena's cooking up something sinister in a power suit. And Gilead remains the worst Airbnb you could ever book. Before I go, remember, don't ignore weird gut feelings, especially if they're coming from your actual gut. Mine just told me it signed a lease with a traveling band of probiotic jugglers. Real circus vibes in my intestines right now. If this breakdown made you laugh, think, or just distract you from how many episodes we've been trapped in Gilead, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe for more weird breakdowns, and share it with your one friend who still thinks Handmaid's Tale is a rom-com. I've been your host with the most rogue antibodies. You've been mind-banged. Catch you next episode.